Kellen Love. I am your reader, painter, and fairy magician for today's video. And I am so excited to tell you about your magical powers, okay? I love just talking about magic. I want to talk about magic all day, every day. And we all have unique magic. So I want to learn about it. I want to tell you about it. And yeah. Alright, so there's 3 piles to pick from. First, I'm going to do a little prayer to get me in the right vibe, and then I'll show you the 3 different cards to choose from. You will pick a card. The timestamps are down below in the description box. You'll pick the time that goes with that card, and those are the messages for you, okay? And that will be the message that tells you about your magical powers, okay? Alright, I am so excited. If you couldn't tell, or if I didn't say already a million times, I love you, and let's just go. All right? Okay. First, dear Heavenly Father and Mother, dear Mother Gaia, my angels, my ancestors, my guides, my fairies, my aliens, all the magical beings, energies, and entities that are all about love and magic and peace and prosperity and wisdom and clarity and most of all, healing. I ask you to join me in this reading, join my viewers, and let's have the best magical reading telling them all about their magical powers. Help me be a channel, help me be aligned with love. Help me get in tune with my higher selves and my viewers' higher selves so I can give the best message I can give. In the name of love, amen, ashe, so mote it be, and let's go! Okay. Alright, the first card we have to choose from is the Courage card. I love this because it got my big hair on, and courage just gives me Leo energy, of course. Okay, the next we have the Learning card. This is pile number 2, Learning. Alright. Then the third pile we have to choose from is Dissolution, or Dissolution. Wait, Dissolution. I made this card and I'm struggling with it. Dissolution. When you dissolve something, or when something dissolves, okay? So we got Courage. Let's see. Courage, Learning, and Dissolution. All right. One, 2, and 3. Alright, these are the piles to choose from. Okay, alright, if you picked pile number 1, this Courage card, this is your reading. These are your messages. Okay, so first we're going to start off with an angel and goddess message from this book. So I'm feeling here. Okay. So you're really good with change. So your powers are that you're good with change, which makes sense with the Courage card, that you just go after a lot more change in your life than maybe the average person. You are changing your appearance, you're changing your personality, you are focused on changing yourself for the better, and that is a major superpower. I mean, magical power. You're very encouraging, joyful, and expressive, okay? Your intentions are felt, and your expression, your boldness, that's where that courage comes from, right? So yeah, your expression and boldness, your joy is what it makes you so magically powerful, all right? Okay. Okay, so maybe you aren't afraid to go into the underworld, the dark world. You're not afraid to go into your shadow side. You're not afraid in general. You're the courageous. Actually, I take that back. It doesn't mean that you're not afraid. It's just that you do it anyway. You're that kind of person that you're like, yeah, fear's there. fear's gonna be with me everywhere. Like, if you didn't do anything because fear was there, nothing would get done, really. So you're just somebody that's like, yeah, fear's with me, and you pack it along and go on your journey, but you don't let it stop you. You just realize that it's part of the path of doing things that are unknown or big or bold or whatever. So the fact that you can step into your dark side or go into the unknown and just kind of pick up your fear and go with it is an amazing magical power. All right? Maybe you really give people encouragement when they're in the beginning of something. Like you really help people get it started, and like you could be just a divine energy in the morning. Like it could be that it's just a magical power of yours that you actually are like pleasant to be around in the morning. But you really bring new change. You bring newness, and you help when you're really helpful when people are trying to start something new. But you just have so much new energy because you're not afraid of change, because you're so joyful and expressive. You're always like on the verge and the horizon and turning a new leaf, a new page, and constantly evolving. So you help other people evolve, and yeah, you just really like ignite a newness in yourself and in others. Okay? Also, you could have really bold, amazing fashion as well. All right. Okay. So let's find out, what are your magical powers? Pile number 1, this courage group. What are your magical powers? Okay, what are your magical powers? Wow. Yep. What are your magical powers? So, new perspective. You are so good about getting people into a new perspective. Wow. Okay? So you purposefully hang yourself up and get in maybe even some compromising situations because you know the power of it. You know that you get powers from it. You know that a new perspective, a new view on life, a new way of thinking of things, a new way of seeing your environment, the people around you, your resources, you know that that's what life's about. You know that like so much can be changed and done. Like so much items and people and yourself have so much potential. And especially when you change perspective, when you change frequencies, you're changing your dimension of how you're seeing things. You're literally seeing a whole new world. So it could be like the same items or the same people or the same job or the same tools that you always had or somebody else has always had, but because you're there, because your energy, you purposefully are changing for the better, for the new. You are seeing these items and these people and yourself totally new and a totally different perspective with way more uses, way more potential, way more abilities and skills, or just different abilities and skills. It's like if you have a item of clothing and most people like have changed clothes. They've gotten a new wardrobe. Let's say like since high school, like you had an item since high school, but most people have changed wardrobe since then and got rid of, and they're on the new trends and stuff. But you get that item and like every decade is able to reinvent that one thing. And even though like for other people that would be an old trend or something and they couldn't think of it in another way, you're somebody that can reinvent an item or people or an idea so many times all over again, redoing it and just yes, you get what I'm saying. Okay, hopefully you're reimagining, you're alchemizing, you're reinventing yourself and everybody. You're just this constant state of reinvention, okay? Your words and your passion, okay, are your magical powers. Your ideas, your newness, your ideas, your passion, your new perspectives, your intellect as well. And that's what's giving this new ideas. But really, like, you're brainstorming and you're ability to communicate ideas, your passion, your sexiness, your clothes, your style, and yeah, especially your quick thinking. Like your intuitive quick thoughts are right on. Like your magical powers is your intuition, your intellect, your ability to be like a problem solver, okay? And then your passion, your sexiness. And that's what makes you so sexy, right? Is that you're sitting in this passionate idea, brainstorm, newness energy. So of course it's so sexy. And of course your style is gonna really like catch people because it's always changing, it's always evolving. And you're really just kind of sitting in your power and your intellect. And then you're fast with it, you're quick with it. Yeah, it's too good. Too good. All right. Pile number 1, what are your magical powers? What is this group's magical powers? Okay, when it comes to getting the coin, your ideas are translating directly into value. The way you see things. When I say you're a problem solver, like you really know how to untangle yourself, and it's kind of by you tangling yourself up over your life or getting in these tricky situations, you know that's because it's giving you those solutions. So you're great with advice, you're great with ideas, you're great with problem solving, because you kind of get yourself into riddles and messes and things so that you can untangle yourself. So you sharpen yourself. You're around people that sharpen you. Iron sharpens iron. You're around people like your friends and your community sharpen you. You like to be around like sharp individuals that are helping you become more intelligent and yeah. But you have so much value in your new ideas. Really, your ideas are just like gold for businesses, for entrepreneurs, for business people. Your ideas are gold, okay? What makes you so magically powerful? Okay, you are a warrior, all right? And do you see the crown? Do you see how it's like all lit up with a rainbow? Like those are your ideas. You're so sharp and you just have so much ideas. And then you got the maiden, that sexy energy. You've got this Queen of Wands, this sexy maiden, fiery, feminine energy. So you have these quick ideas, but you also have a sensitivity. You also have a sexy softness. And I think your ideas are so amazing because they think about everybody. They think about everything. They think about things as a whole. Instead of these like very individual ideas, you have a really amazing way of connecting things together and tying things together. And that's what makes them so good, is that they really like bring everybody's skills together, or they bring the idea full circle, or you really get the message interwoven into every part of what you're doing. It's very conceptualized. It's very well thought out. It's well written. Yeah. Okay. You really want to explore your mind and the minds of others. Okay, what are your magical powers? What are your magical powers? What are your magical powers? I was just talking about that. Okay, this is exactly what I was just saying. Integration. You are not afraid to go dark, like we had the angel message. And that you combine your shadow self, that's that maiden energy of thinking about the whole, thinking about the system, being able to, just what I was saying, like bring everything full circle. You are integrating all sides. You're integrating everybody's skills. You're integrating the theme with the message, with the trends or whatever. Like you're able to combine everything to hit all the marks, to check all the boxes of what makes something good, or an it factor, or a successful project. Like you know the elements to hit and how to bring them all together. Okay, integration. This rainbow ideas, like what? You really bring it all together, and you have the mind for that, to do that. Your logic, like, you know how to explain your magical ideas logically. You know how to get this big concept and then get it together so you can explain it to people and them understand. Okay? And then you got the breath card, which I think of this as like you're a breath of fresh air, especially for how quick you move and how quick your ideas are. You're just a quick person, and this is very refreshing to have somebody with these ideas bring it all together, and it's just so valuable. Okay, I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. Oopsies. Don't want to start a fire. Okay. All right. What is this pile's? Yeah, literally, your mental is your magical powers, okay? Your mental, your ideas, especially because that's what's helping you with that courage of just like packing up your fear and going, because you understand the logic of like what you're doing is bigger than the fear. You understand that on just like a mental, intellectual level. And since you're not in your body so much for that kind of thing, when it comes to you doing new experiences, you're more in your mind, or you're able to get into your mind and out of your body. So like if you're really nervous, your body, let's say, is shaking or something because of a new bold thing that you're doing, you're able to mind over matter it, okay, and just do it. Yeah. All right, what are your magical powers? What are your magical powers? What's this pile's? Whoa. No. Okay. Your ability to go within, your ability to move quickly, your faith in the universe, your ideas, you're a channel, a vessel for divinity to come through you. That's what all this creativity and these brilliant ideas come from. What are your magical powers? And you're really able to get out of conflict. You're able to problem solve. When people have issues like in business or anything, you're just able to think of the solution and do it in a way that's efficient, but that it brings everybody together. And when people don't know how to harmonize or cooperate, you know how to get the party like in harmony. You know how to get the event or, whoa, okay. You're able to get, like if you were a teacher in a classroom, you would be able to quiet the classroom down or get their attention or get them to all do a game together. Like you can engage people, you can get their attention, and you can harmonize a space in a room and kind of weave or like tap into the vibe. Okay, what are your magical powers? What are your magical powers? What's this group's magical powers? What's this courageous group's magical powers? Wow. So you're able to get something that's stagnant or old or not used, like I was talking about with the clothes, and oh my goodness. Okay, one thing at a time. Oh my goodness. What the? Okay. I didn't even see that you got both eggs. It was like this, and then I was like, okay, so you're able to get something that's kind of dead, that hasn't been used, and bam, you're able to use it, see the potential. Like you see the potential even when it's like things are dead and gone. Or like, yeah, like last season's stuff, or let's say like an old project that never got finished or whatever, and you get the goodness and then turn it into something new. You see the potential and you flip it. You get an old house and you flip it. You renovate the idea, the place, the people. Like you get the idea and something that people don't even see the value in anymore, and you see it, and it can birth into something new and amazing. Then you like breathe light. Yep, that's what it is. You breathe life into things. Okay, so I started this off when I was saying the listing the cards off that this was the Leo energy, of course, because it's the Courage card. But you really did. You really did get the Lion. So bam. You are so sexy. You really could have... Oh my gosh, and I didn't even notice. There's a lion right there. You've got the Visionary card, the Prince of Wands. And you also have the Prince of Swords, your ideas and your passion, your fire and your intellect. You're quick moving. There's a Chariot in this card. There's fire. There's swords and horses. Like, you're very quick thinking. You're very passionate. Your air and fire is leading the way. You have this beautiful hair or style, your aesthetic. Something about your aesthetic is super like rich, kind of juicy, and a little lavish. And it could just be the fabrics you choose, or that you like good pillows, you have really good taste, or you like rich colors, or maybe just deep blacks. But something about your style has this richness about it. It's very full-bodied, very, like, I don't see very minimal energy. It's very full and bold. Okay. You also could have a black kitty or something, I don't know. But you're very warm and sunshiny to people, and you're quick and fiery, all right? Your logic gets you out of... Your thinking and intellect really gets you out of situations. You could have like a magical power of like getting yourself out of situations with your words and beauty. Okay, all right, last cards. What are your magical powers? What are your magical powers? Pile number 1, what are your magical powers? Okay. What are your magical powers? You know, and this was coming out earlier too. What are your magical powers? Out of my other deck, you got the Discernment card, almost wanted to come out. So yeah, your intellect, your logic, your discernment, your... Remember what I was telling about you getting yourself into like entanglements so that you know how to have that skill later? Like, your messiness really benefits you because it teaches you a lot, and you might like get into trouble or different things, but you've learned so much from those situations, and you kind of pass on that knowledge, or you use that wisdom, so you have really great discernment because of that, because you're not afraid of mistakes. It's that not having fear, or not letting the fear not letting the fear stop you. You don't do that. So you keep going, you keep learning, and so now your discernment and intellect is just so on point because you've been through that. You've had your experiences. You help people with these new projects and stuff, and it's a wish come true. You literally are a wish come true, especially when it's at the beginning of a project or something. Okay, and then you kind of could have a special power for giving off this energy, like good on your own, very independent energy, and that's very attractive to people. It could be that like you're not in for the fairy tale thing, you're in for something super real, and that's a really magical power just because of like how real and brilliant you are. But yeah, you're very sexy. Actually, I take back the fairy tale thing. I think maybe you could be like a fairy tale to people, or that's how people see you, or your magical power is like an ability to bring that to real life because you're bringing these new ideas. You're bringing that kind of fairy tale thing into real grounded energy, and that's what's so amazing about your ideas and stuff, is that you're getting that passion, you're getting these ideas, and then you're bringing them to earth, you're bringing them into reality. Okay, I love you so much. You're incredible. Thank you for your amazing ideas and how you go into the dark, and really I think that's why your ideas are so brilliant, is that you really feel through the whole spectrum you just experience so much. You experience the full spectrum of life. So it gives you these just amazing ideas. Yeah, there's nothing else to say. So fiery and brilliant. Thank you for being here, Courage Group. I loved your reading so much. My social media and tip jar is down below. If you'd like to support me further, please like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. And I'll see you again soon, okay? I love you so much. Mwah. Bye. Hello, pile number 2. If you picked the learning card, this is your reading. All right. So first, we're going to get an angel and goddess message. But automatically, I mean, what is your superpower? You learn. And what I'm getting is that you learn those soul lessons. You learn that karmic lessons. You are learning on, like, spirit views you like a child just graduating. Like, you are going step after step after step after step, and it is so amazing to just watch you keep stepping and stepping and stepping and stepping and growing. And it takes this humility and a confidence to do that, and so you have that, and it's just really amazing to watch you level up. And so you just have an amazing magical power of leveling up and keeping going, and just you keep taking those steps forward. It's also kind of like a hustler energy. Okay? All right. What are your magical powers? So you expand yourself with this learning. You're really expanding yourself on a soul level. When I say learning, I don't mean as intellectual. I really mean more like a heart lesson learning. You're learning from your core. You're learning experiences. You're learning about your soul. Like, it has to do with like family learning and deep life lesson learning. This is less about academics, which is definitely part of it. You could definitely be in school, chugging along, hustling, or learning and training for a new job, or really learning about spirituality, or just reading and stuff. Definitely. That could be a superpower. It's just that you grind and hustle and are studious, and you just keep improving yourself. But what I'm really getting is this like amazing view that spirit has of you going through every life. Like, it's not just this lifetime. Like, you just making steps and steps, and probably you're an amazing teacher because of this. But yeah, it's just you recognize that every lesson, every mistake, everything it's a lesson, and it has a reason behind it, and so you pay attention to that reason that those things happen. I think that because of this, you're gaining a lot of power and guidance, and I really am getting this thing like you're on your way to becoming like a saint or a guide. Your soul is on its way to becoming like a guide, and I think that's kind of, I don't know how soul works, but I feel like most of us are on this. Let me restart. You're one of those people that is on a mission, your soul, of losing density and becoming more light and being a guide in the spirit realm for other people. And you're doing this with such a humility and so just like kind of childlike, that I think that that's really why you're a good teacher, a good guide, a good master, a sensei, a guru, what do you call it? Shaman, whatever your version is of this kind of spiritual teacher. Because you have this inner child student attitude constantly in you, that's what makes you such a good like advisor. your voice is a magical power. Your voice is really powerful, and your voice is getting strengthened with your knowledge. Yeah, your information, your downloads, how you get downloads from spirit, that's what is your magical powers. You're just connected and you're learning so much. Your capacity to learn and your expansion because of your knowledge. Okay, you could be amazing in partnerships. You really could be a great partner. Your magical power could really rely in your partnerships, whether that's business, best friendships, or romantic relationships. Like when you're in a duo, you're really good with balancing out energy, and yeah, just people want you as their partner. The way that you know how to enjoy yourself, the way you know how to celebrate, the way that you're very like loyal and devoted to your friends, and that's why you want to celebrate so hard, and because you're devoted to maybe your craft or learning, that's why you like celebrating those achievements as well. These are magical powers just because you bring so much joy and celebration. And again, it's that level up because you're happy about it and you bring this joy. It fuels this fire of momentum. Yeah, I'm getting like your success is your magical power. You could also really like use this knowledge that you're learning to kind of shapeshift a little bit, because you know so much information. Like if you know different languages, you're gonna kind of shift into those personalities. Okay. All right. Let's see what the tarot has to say. All right, pile number 2, this learning pile. What are your magical powers? What are your magical powers? What are your... Oh. Wow. Yup. The Ace of Wands, and then you've got the Page of Wands at the bottom. Your passion, your ideas, your creativity, and like your creativity in projects. You could be really amazing at group projects. You're really good at kind of combining forces with people. In general, you're a very lively energy. You're like nutrient dense. You're information dense. You're very like dense with like information. You're dense with information. And passion for that knowledge. It's the passion behind your learning that makes it so amazing. Okay. What are your magical powers? So, when it comes to your value, you're really amazing about getting value, acquiring, building. You're amazing at diving into new cultures and seeing the value and quality in different cultures. Like some people are they call it like ethnocentrism, when you think that your culture is like the standard, or you're viewing the world through your culture. You're able to see other cultures for what they are and from their lens almost. Like you're able to dive in to a new energy. That's kind of like the shape-shifting thing. You are able to adapt and grow within new environments. It's like you're a really healthy plant, okay? And you provide a lot of nutrients and richness for a lot of people, that you're very like sustainable because of all your information. That's like your nutrients. And you're able to kind of transplant and go into different spaces, cultures, schools, work, jobs, and put some roots down a little bit and secure yourself and bloom, like bring new ideas, bring new passion, bring new energy into that environment. You really kind of anchor down and bring a lot of richness into that environment, nutrients, like new energy or new ideas. And yeah, there's just this new information you bring to these new situations, and you're such a like rich nutrient energy. Yeah. Okay, what are your magical powers? What are your magical powers? You could really like web things together. I see that you're really good at bringing in like new customers or new clients, new people, and you're really also good at stopping and like finishing when it's done. You can walk away really easily because you're so focused on the new and new information and new learning. It's like you're really wanting that next chapter. You have no problem being like, yeah, that chapter's done. Like that's not a thing for you. You're just like, hell yeah, I'm gonna be done with that chapter. Of course, on to chapter 11. Like, yeah, 10 is done. Like it's not a holdup where people might be like holding on to the past. You're constantly like, yeah, we need new information. So you're not afraid to let go of the past like program and just focus on the new. And you bring in such new ideas or new info. So you're just like, whatever was in the past, that's no longer accurate. And you're about that accuracy. You're about what's sustainable. You bring in stability and sustainability because of new information. Okay, your magical powers, they have to do with passion, they have to do with value, they have to do with business, travel, adaptability, sustainability, being able to move on. Pile number 2, what are your magical powers? What are your magical powers? What is this group's magical powers, Spirit? Wow. Action. And that's this card. You are a person of action, okay? It's not all just ideas for you. Actually, yeah, like whenever I was talking about that, like it's a lot less intellectual. It is. This energy is more about the action, the studying. Like you're giving information, but it's coming from the heart. It's coming from like, this is information that is stored in your soul. Like it's less intellectual and more experience-based and action-based. Okay, and then you got the romance card. Let's go. When it comes to action and romance, you could be a freaking sweetheart. You could be a very passionate lover, and you really take that action, and maybe you even like kind of provide for your lover, and pay for a lot of dates, or you just have amazing gifts, or you're really good at just like building value and acquiring wealth, or yeah, just acquiring wealth with a partner. But you're very romantic, and your romantic energy is so amazing because you just have a power of action. You have a power behind you. And when you want to learn about somebody and then you take action and you have the passion, like of course that's going to be good romance because you're curious about them. And that is just like the sexiest thing in the world, to legit just be curious about somebody, you know? Okay, what are your magical powers? What's this group's magical powers? Yep, passion and creation. Okay, that's this. You've got the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands. When I talk about passion and creation, that's what that is. The wands and the coin, passion and creation. Your passion, your action, your creation, and your romance. And that romance I mean, it's coming from a very action-oriented heat, so obviously. Okay. Oh yeah, and then the Phoenix card. Talk about fire. Okay, pile number 2. What are your magical powers? What are your magical powers? What are your magical powers? Okay, what are your magical powers? So, I've been I kind of wrote off this dead end thing a little too quickly. People really like your dark side. They really like how you're naughty. They really like your naughty side. They like how you're so bold, so passionate. And then there's this side of you that's so like meek and mild, and it's so hidden. I think people think that's really funny. But you have this power to speak very quietly as well as very boldly. And the range of that is such a good power because you're able to like tap in to different dimensions with your voice and tap into different like frequencies to people with your voice. And you could really have this like activating thing about you where you can bring in energies, like how I did with the prayer. You can do that. You can really bring in energies and call out the energies that you want. But wow, like talk about this dark energy that's about kind of being hidden, being in the dark. And I think this is like a very introverted energy that is a magical power in some way, somehow, because you can go within and create value. You are very sustainable because you do go within and kind of hibernate. You have this magical power of going into kind of hermit mode, going into the dark, and either like healing or getting downloads or processing or just changing. Like maybe you just kind of go within to change, to shapeshift. But it's like you come out, or you go within and you're in this dark and you're in the depths and the dark and whatever, and you hibernate and you collect your ideas and you process and you get downloads and you go into this different weird silent space. And then bam, you come out with these ideas and this value and this action. Like, bam, I'm ready to create. I have all this passion and I've learned so much information because I've just gone within and stored up and just learn. And now I'm here to go bam, passion. I'm free. I'm here to show the world my power. And you come out and you just have all this loving, sexy, informative action and ideas and experiences and stories. Like you have like stories to tell from how you've gone within, and now you have like these ideas and you create and all this stuff. It's really cool. I really like it. I really like how you go within. It's like you're an ambivert. Or, yeah, I'm an ambivert, so I really like it. But yeah, you're somebody that has to charge your battery and really like go within and charge up and store and get channeled messages and download and process and go dark, or maybe go sad. Like maybe you really go sad, and that's this kind of like artist tortured soul thing that you got going on, where you go within and you get all that darkness and you kind of bottle it up, or I don't know, maybe you release it or you feel through it, but you get all that darkness and you process it, and then you come out and you're just like, bam, here I am as the phoenix, and I'm a new creature and I have all this fire and passion and ideas to share with the world because I'm a new creature and I love you. And yeah. All right, so that's your reading. Those are your magical powers. You phoenix, your ideas, your brilliancy, your fire, the way that you can go within and then like come out and explode with like passion and romance and value and creation. Yeah, you're so creative, and your power and passion and creativity just explodes onto people, and it's amazing. Okay, I love you so much. My tip jar and social media is down below if you would like to follow and support. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Thank you for being here. I will see you again soon, and yeah, keep on keeping on, okay? I freaking love you, and your little explosive going within yin and yang energy, I love it, and that's what makes you you, and please just embrace it more because it's what makes you incredibly magically powerful, okay? I love you. Mwah. Bye. All right, if you picked the dissolution card, this is your reading. These are your messages, all right? Oh, first, let's get an angel and goddess message, okay? All right. So your magical powers is your patience. Wow. Your gratitude. Your patience and your gratitude. And your freedom, your flow. Okay? Your patience, your gratitude, your freedom, your flow. All right? Your fertility. Okay, this is talking about the water of life, and you get the dissolution card. Wow, that matches. That's cool. You are in the flow. You go with the flow. You're very fluid. And this could be with your identity. This could be with your words. This could be with your energy. This could be, it's like you don't have a lot of resistance. You dissolve and you flow, and it's an amazing magical power of yours. Don't get it twisted though, because you definitely can, like, you have the horns if you need, but for the most part you're in this state of flow. Okay? Alright. I think it's like, why I say horns is because it's like, you can see the bullshit, you can call out bullshit. Whoop. Like, most of the time you're in the flow, but you're not gonna flow with something that's wrong or not wrong, but like inauthentic. So yeah, it's like just you're dissolving anything that's not true. You're dissolving the fake. You're dissolving ego. Okay, that's your, oh my gosh, the energy is not ready yet. Actually, let's light an incense. It's getting a little too wild. I knew I should have cleansed the energy. All right. Okay, pile number 3. What are your magical powers? What are your magical powers? Pile number 3. Okay, no, not the whole deck. Thank you. What are your magical powers? What are your magical powers? Ooh, love it. Come through Justice card. Your fairness, like your sense of principles, your values, your sense of justice. You really could be somebody that protests or posts like social justice things, and just you having your values aligned with that, you being a divine conduit for Mother Nature and fighting for that justice, or even just like, even if you're not fighting for it, but you just internally have this sense of justice that is a magical power, because it's like a drive within you. It is yeah, it's just like a sense of willpower that you have, because yeah, it's a sense of justice, of like, why are we doing this if it's not to help the planet or help the world or to help people be more equal? Like, you have this sense of like, I don't want to do things unless it's important, and I'm not trying to be involved in anything that's fake or whatever. You could be somebody that has left like a lot of friends, especially recently, or maybe you just have worked very hard to refine your group of friends. I'm definitely getting a very wise, like kind of mature energy, and I think that you really do have to have that maturity, because your magical power has to do with detachment. It has to do with this dissolving, right? It has to do with letting go. It has to do with letting things die. And to let things go, to let things die, to detach from things, you really have to have a maturity. But that's that like Buddhist maturity, okay? That's that Buddhist like sense within you that understands nothing in life is permanent. And so it's like, why would you fight for material things or whatever when it's like, you know that things are happening and everything's alive on an energetic level? So why would you be so like fighting for something that's not going to last or whatever? Like, you're fighting for the energy to be balanced. You're fighting for peace. You're fighting for harmony. And if it's not about that, you're like, what are we doing? Okay, you have so many ideas and potential that you're trying to ground down and start on this journey. It's like, you can tell that maybe you don't know how to get there, and yeah, these ideas and this, like, these things that you're kind of fighting for, or that maybe your purpose is aligned for, or your dreams, like maybe your dreams are so big, but you're like, yeah, but why would I put my energy towards anything else? Like, you don't care if it's so much bigger than you, or something that you might not be able to achieve in one lifetime or whatever, but you're like, yeah, but why would I go on a journey that isn't that big? Like, of course I'm gonna go and travel on something that big. Like, it's not worth it unless it's grand. And not even like it's very wise, so it's not something that's like boisterous. Oh, I don't know if that's the word, but like, it's not braggadocious. Oh my god. It's very grounded still. It's just like, you're like, yeah, but why wouldn't I go the long journey that's just and right and fair and peaceful and loving? Like, it's not something like, oh, my dream is so big, like I just need to be a millionaire or be in charge of the world. Like, it's like, no, it's bigger than me, because it's peace for all, it's love for all, it's that nobody goes hungry, it's that whatever, that we all heal ourselves. Like, that's your mission. Okay. Also, you could just be really great, somebody to like kind of cut the gossip, or like, if there's gossip, you're somebody that's like going to cut to the truth. You can cut to the truth in a social situation. If like a bunch of people didn't have a bunch of ideas, like, you can come in there with your justice and lay down the truth, lay down the what's real. Like, you're like, okay, but let's bring it back to reality. All right. Dissolution pile number 3. What are your magical powers? What are your magical powers? What are your magical powers? I was talking about dissolution. I was saying that your wisdom is there because you have to let go. You have to detach. You got the detachment card. Like, what? Ugh. You just gotta fan off sometimes. Like, as a reader, you just have to be like, yes, I'm so good. Spirit is so good. It's not even me, okay? It's spirit. It's you. It's your frequency. It's your ability to detach. It's your wisdom. It's your soul understanding of the bigger picture. Okay? You got the intimacy card and the organized card, okay? What I'm getting is that your thoughts are organized. When I'm talking about like when the group is getting out of hand and you're like able to introduce like, hey, this is the truth. This is what's real and this is what's happening. Like you're able to like organize. You're able to lay it down. You're able to straighten people's ideas out. Like people come to you when they're like when somebody texts a lover or something and they're like fighting and they don't know what to say or what to respond with, they come to you and they're like, what do I say? Because I'm in la la land, or like my brain is like in too many ideas. I don't know what to just, like, I don't know what normal is. And you're like coming in and like giving a base or giving a grounding, giving like a, this is a stable like state to be in. Because some people get so lost or so in their head, they don't even know the ground anymore. And you're in there and you can kind of just stabilize and organize people's thoughts. And then you got the intimacy card, okay? You are really amazing with friend groups and bringing together people with intimacy, okay? Wow. What are your magical powers? What are your magical powers? Wow, renew. You are able to inspire people and give them new ideas. You're able to renew yourself. And to me, it really does have to do with this justice. It has to do with this fairness. It's like you're striving for something new. It's like you're wanting a new system. Always. You're wanting new systems in everything. Whether it's in your home or in government, you want new systems and you're on that path for new systems. So yeah, it's just but the way you get these ideas in place, like in your life and stuff, is because you intimately get close with the people or the ideas. Like you get your feelings and vulnerability in it. Like you are fighting for justice because it's personal, because you know that we're all connected. But you also know how to detach and like let go because of the higher version of love, and that love doesn't mean attachment. And so you have this just deeper level of knowing, of intimacy. And you know how to really get close and be vulnerable. You also know how to detach, and you know that connects you, that detachment connects you to humanity, and that coldness of letting go and the unknown and letting things die is part of Mother Nature. It's part of justice, and it's part of how you learn how to love deeper and love harder. But really, your wisdom is an incredible magical power, and you really know how to balance out a room, like balance out a party, balance out the conversation. Okay, what are your magical powers? What are your magical powers? What are your magical powers? Okay. So you got announcement and healing. I want to get one more. What are your magical powers? What is this group's magical powers? Okay. So you really help. Well, for one, let me say for you, your magical power for yourself has been releasing your own shame. And please do not take this lightly, because that's that shit we're talking about, dissolving. The stuff that doesn't serve you, right? The past, the shadow parts of ourselves that we don't want anymore, the wounds of the past. It does take that vulnerability with yourself, and it takes that intimacy with yourself to know that you are holding that shame. You also help others through your connection and intimacy, especially you help renew others because you help them release their shame. You are somebody that when they are around you, that they don't feel shame, they don't feel judged, and that's an amazing magical power to just help people feel comfortable and at peace and renewed, and that they can let go of their burdens and not feel guilty and shameful. They feel loved, and that you're just kind of gonna let them detach from their past, or even from yesterday or something they just said. Like, you're so forgiving, and not that you're like doing this ignorantly or whatever. Like, you understand lessons, and in no way do I think that your boundaries would get crossed. But you are forgiving in a way where you let people renew themselves. And you kind of can give them the benefit of the doubt and let their old self dissolve and just focus on the present. And it's an amazing feeling to just be around you, because it's so fair to let people, like, I feel personally like our prison system is so whack, and that our police system is so whack, and that we need social workers. We need a lot more mental health. We need police to go under psychological tests. Like, they have tests to see if you're racist. They have tests to see your mentality and where you're at. I think that people who are serving citizens should take cognitive tests. And I think that you're somebody that's like that too. That you want people to dissolve the old, the past, and the way we've been doing things, and embrace the new and the justice and the information that's coming in, and embrace like a future where we're just smarter. And so you detach from the old. You also feel like, or like our system of, let's say, capitalism or whatever, like, you want a whole new system. You want a new government. You want more psychology and healing, and it's just like you want new systems in place, starting from scratch, to let go of the old and announce something new, be a part of something new, release something new. Maybe you drop new music, or drop new, like, she has a scroll in her hand, so whether it's like you're writing a paper or just for work or something, you have like new reports or something, but you like drop something new and you release new things, and it's so that you can put new ideas into place that hopefully turn into new systems into place. Okay? But like, you're wanting healing and learning, and our wisdom that we've learned to really be implemented, and that's that new system, these new ideas, and this new sense of justice that you're wanting, and bringing into life. It's not just wanting, you're bringing this into life. You're bringing these ideas, you're writing about it, you're releasing it, whether it's art, music, just your work or your ideas, or you're doing TikToks about politics or whatever, or protesting, or just having really hard, difficult conversations with people about trying to shift just their ideas, or open it up, or tell them about how we can be all more socially aware, or get the systems really fixed by bringing in just like new tests or new information. Okay? All right. So you dissolve the past, you put in new information, you're healing, especially when it comes to shame and releasing the old. Like, you're very forgiving as long as we're bringing in the new. As long as new is coming, you're like, okay, great. Like, I'm gonna let you get yourself organized. I'm gonna let you change, and I'll forget the past if you really are bringing in something that is gonna sustain and create new patterns and stuff like that. Okay, let's see. You could also just really be an amazing team player and have amazing work ethic, and you bring in a lot of like sweetness and success. Like you make amazing products, or you're just very busy, but people can really see what you're building and the success and how it's affecting the community. Okay, what are your magical powers? What are your magical powers? Wow, what are your magical powers? Okay. So, your sense of justice is maybe a little intimidating to people because it's so strong. It's so like, you're just so connected feeling with Mother Earth and this like natural... It's just like if the heart of the world, or if the world has a heart, like you're tapped into that. And because of that, people can feel that intensity and that power. So you have these eyes that really pierce and really see the truth, and the very ancient, soul-piercing, very truthful eyes. Like your eyes have this kind of authority and this ancient truth within them. It's like you can't bullshit. It's very you're not afraid of letting things go and die out, right? So you know what lasts, you know what stays. Because if your soul lets things die off, then over the years, like I'm talking about like your soul, like over the millennia, your soul recognizes what's true, because it's not afraid of just letting things go constantly. It actually is really good about seeing what stays. So you have this ancient kind of intensity and truth and wisdom within your eyes, and this sense of justice. But then you also are very playful and passionate, and that's kind of the balancing out of like how you can use this drive for new systems, but you have a playful approach, so people are listening and they really want, or I feel like most people are just like definitely on your side because of your approach to this justice. If you're super like angry and spiteful and harsh and aggressive, people might not listen to how you're delivering a message of like wanting to sign a petition or a protest or something. But if you're playful and informative and you're really hitting people on a level of like heart and wisdom, and you getting kind of vulnerable and intimate when you're speaking about this information, people really agree with you and they get behind you. Alright, what are your magical powers? Whoa, what are your magical powers? Pile number 3, what are your magical powers? Okay. Wow, and I was about to grab this card earlier because, okay. Your fertility, your nurturing energy, your passion, and your courage. Wow, your hard work, your like Mars energy of being able, that hard work and willpower, that determination to just kind of fight through the bullshit, fight through the heat, because you know what you're fighting for, that sense of justice, your values, your principles, your love, that's fueling you, and that's what's bringing you passion. It's way bigger than you. It's about intimacy and love, but you're on a world level, or you're on a national level or whatever, but you're fighting for good, and you're fighting for nurture, and you and Mother Nature are so connected. Your magical powers has to do with nature. It has to do with nurture. It has to do with your fertility, your fire, your sense of justice. Your connection to Mother Nature is so potent, and you're such like a social worker for Mother Nature. But this like social work, psychology, justice energy about you. So it could be that you're like a lawyer or an environmentalist, or you just help people vote, or maybe you're just a hippie that's just like really trying to put out your values into the world and have people like get onto love and clean out their third eye or something. But you have this playfulness. I really do see like you really good in business as well. But it's bigger than that. Your sense of justice, your passion, what's fueling you as a human and you as a soul is just so big. And you're just kind of like this soldier for love and peace and fairness. Okay. Any other cards? Is that it? No. One more card. All right. Pile number 3, this dissolution card. My flowy, fiery, nurturing, just, playful, healing energy. Powers of peace. It's like you do so much work, so much hard work, so much passion. You're bold to get peace. It's like you're fighting as a warrior for this peace, and it's peace for not just you but for everybody. All right, what is your magical powers? Last card. What are your magical powers? Wow. What are your magical powers? Okay. And the heart. The heart wanted to come out. Your heart. Okay. You got healing and the healer. You are a healer. You are a healer, okay? And you can balance out energies in other people. You can balance out your energies in yourself. You got the Justice card and the Sword. And I'm talking about balancing energies, talking about this like yin and yang, masculine, feminine, dark and light kind of thing. You balance energies, you heal people, you're so fair, and your words and your passion strike people. You knock down any lies. You are the truth, okay? But you do this in a sensitive way. It's like, it's that playfulness that you have that's on the outside. And so it's like most people, when they have these sword energy, it's on the outside. It's like very sharp and they put it on the outside, and then usually you get in the center and it's more sweet and soft and chewy. But you're kind of opposite. You're very sweet and sensitive and intimate, and people see this like pretty passion on the outside and they see the playfulness, but they don't realize how intense and how just and how strong and how ancient and how wise and how shamanic, like how much healing power and how ancient and I want to say like advanced spiritually you are in the core. It's like people see the dolphin on the outside, but they forget how aggressive the dolphin can be. They forget that you have this dragon underneath and within, and that's fueling you from the inside. The core, your core is hot like earth from the inside, and then it cools on the outside. So it's like, yeah, people might see a little bit of it, but they're like, you don't even know how deep this sense of justice goes. This sense of healing, this sense of kind of authority. You have this authoritative power within you, but I don't think you really put it up front and center. Like you sit in your power, for sure, but you're like not trying to just like put it on the outside. You rather kind of like people discover it. But really all they see is kind of this flowy, playful stuff on the outside. They see your nurturingness, but it's this... It's like you have this hot core of passion and justice and fuel and ancient wisdom, and then everything else you just let dissolve, and you're letting your ego dissolve, and you're letting, we pick up all these characteristics and personality traits along the way as we live, but you're like letting them dissolve so that you're just kind of getting back to your core essence. And you help do that for other people too. You help their ego dissolve, and these like when people spiral in their thoughts and they get all clouded, or they get just kind of disillusioned of who they are, you dissolve that and you get them back to their core essence, and you strike through, and you use your fucking sword to use your words and your passion and your energy to cut through all of that fakeness, and you cut it out and you get them back to their soul. You get yourself back to your soul. You get the situation and the people and the party back to a soul level. Okay? Okay, dragon healer justice warrior. Okay. I love you so much. I'm so thankful that your energy is here on this planet. I have my social media and tip jar down below if you would like to share the wealth, share the value, and yeah, I'm just so thankful for you. I'm so thankful that I can do this, especially with amazing fucking energies like you. Yeah, I love it. I love you, and I hope to see you again soon, okay? Please like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff, and I'll see you again in another video, all right? I love you. Bye. Peace.